Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to use Doodly to share some best practices in a whiteboard video.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Whiteboard videos are a great way to simplify and structure information, which makes them great for sharing best practices. Whether you're teaching a team, training new hires, or giving helpful tips to your customers, Doodly helps you present that information clearly. Today we're going to pretend we're doing a best practices video for Acme Widgets. We do have a script here. We're going to keep it short and simple with 3 tips. I did already create the voiceover, so I can bring that in at any time. If you go to Sounds, hit the blue and white plus sign, you can just add your voiceover, drag and drop, or browse. Here it is. At this point, I'm not going to worry about getting the timing synced up with the soundtrack here. I'm just going to create my scenes, and then later I will go back and do the timing. So we know we want a title scene, right? And I'm going to use what I have here. I'm just going to modify it. So I'm going to delete this. And I think for fun, I'm going to put a black bar behind the text. So go to props. I've already uploaded this before. What I'm going to do, make it larger, put it behind my lady, and then decide maybe do something like so. So that's going to be my opening scene. My second scene is going to be best practice number 1. Always lead with a benefit. So there's 2 ways we can approach this. Since this is short and sweet, I could do 1 scene with all 3 tips, or I could do 3 individual scenes. I think I'm going to do 1 big scene with 3 tips. So new scene, place it over here, and I'm going to put them in boxes. So again, we're in props, let's type rectangle. And this one is a Doodly Enterprise one. I think this will be just fine. What I'm going to do is spin it. If you hit show grid, you can just double check to make sure you're perfectly straight. And I'd like 3 of them. But before I copy and paste this, let me get the timing just right. So 1 second to draw this, I think is just fine. Now I'm going to hit Control or Command, depending on your operating system, the letter C for copy, and then Control or Command V to paste. And I'm just going to move it over and then do 1 more, and then Control or Command click to select them all, right click, align, align middle, and that just gets them all perfectly aligned like that. We can hide the grid now. Okay, now I need my text. So let's do a chunky text for the first part. Now I'd like a little line to set these off. So go to props, and this time let's type in line. Just a horizontal line is fine. Does not have to be anything fancy. This one might be a little too thick. Let's just see. I think that'll be fine. So I'm going to copy and paste. Now we want these to build 1 box at a time. So we don't want to draw the first 3 boxes, then the 3 titles, then the 3 lines. We want the first box with its title. So place that there. And then its line. Let's make sure we choose the right one, so this one. And then the second box with its title, its line, and then the third one should be just the way it is. These 3 lines, I forgot to change the duration before I copied and pasted, so they're all 3 seconds each. That's going to be too long. So select them all together, hit the little gear icon, and you can change it to, we'll do 0.5 seconds each. And that does it to all of them together at once. Now let's go to scene settings real quick. I like to turn erase mode, smart mode off. And then I do like to add some time at the end. Since this is going to be our last scene, let's go about 7 seconds. Hit apply. Let's just take a look so far.
Welcome to Acme Widgets. Today we're sharing 3 best practices for closing the deal. Best practice number 1, always lead with a benefit. Focus on how our widget solves the customer.
Okay, so we have a little bit of work to do. Let's go back to this first one and let's throw in our logo. So props, Acme Widgets.
Welcome to Acme Widgets. Today we're sharing 3 best practices for closing the deal. Best practice number 1, always lead with a benefit. Focus on how our widget solves the customer.
Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's start with this first panel, and I'm just going to add some text. And let's jazz it up with a gear. And then for the next one, let's add a character. So go to characters. I'm going to use Ethan. And let's add a speech bubble. So go to props, type in speech. Take this one. Okay, so now we need a customer in here. Kind of like Diane. We have her listening. Or thinking. I like that one. And let's flip her so she's listening to him. And then summarize, so like a checklist. So go to props. Put that behind her. Maybe we could add some question marks. Okay, I like my layout just fine. Now I need to do the timing because obviously it is not gonna just match perfectly. I did my timing adjustments and now we're almost done. We have this one last little section where she says the best practices will help you build trust and close more sales. So I just want to add the same black bar that we had earlier. So let's go ahead and copy it into our scene. Maybe something down here like so. And let's take our text. Let's highlight this, and since it's on black, let's make it white or red. I'm gonna go white this time. And for the bar, hit the pencil icon. We're just gonna have this fade on. So right here where it says reveal mode, draw, change that to fade. Save and return. And for the duration, let's do a half a second. And then for the little words here, maybe 2.5 seconds. We can delete this. And then finally add some music. So go to sounds, categories, music. I'm just going to choose this one, place it in my timeline. A little long, so I'm just going to shorten it a bit. And then at the beginning, right click, fade in. And then let's turn the music volume down to about 10% so that we can hear the actual voiceover. And that is that. Let's take one quick look and then we'll be done.
Welcome to Acme Widgets. Today we're sharing 3 best practices for closing the deal. Best practice number 1, always lead with a benefit. Focus on how our widget solves the customer's problem. Best practice number 2, ask open-ended questions. Get the customer talking about their needs. Best practice number 3, summarize the key points before ending the call and set a clear next step. These best practices will help you build trust and close more sales.
And there you have it. That's how you can use Doodly to create a best practices whiteboard video. I hope this gives you some ideas. Thank you for watching.